Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy MEGACON Eve to all who are celebrating, including me. It's my last stream before I fly out stupid early tomorrow morning for beautiful Orlando, Florida, and the convention center, downtown Orlando, where I will be hanging out with some people you may know. I mean, how lucky am I that I have a really awesome friend, collaborator, co-host, editor, twin, Caro Brown, who has just not only hooked me up. Sorry, I'm having a hair issue this morning. Not only graciously, generously, blessedly hooked me up, but insisted that I join them on this journey to promote my indie comic book, Veiled Legacy, which now has a Kickstarter that I am going to actually drop in the chat right now. There you have it. We now have a Kickstarter for Veiled Legacy, which has, I think, 4 different levels for backers. Like the Fund My Comic campaign, it starts out as little as $1, and you get some amazing rewards for doing so, including this one has a really awesome additional tier, $125 tier. If you back the campaign, you're going to get, with that $125 tier, you're going to get your name in the back of the comic as a thank you. You're going to get a digital copy, a physical copy, and a bonus physical copy with a collector's edition cover and a custom autograph on that copy. So, and that one also allows you to pay overtime. So you're welcome. And thank you for all of your continued support. I appreciate that. So I dropped that in the chat. Thank you so much. That was the first announcement. I guess I could have saved that for announcements, but I was trying to give you guys a little time to trickle in, because I know Wednesdays were, it's our Monday. It's our streaming Monday, and it's a new thing. We streamed 5 days a week for a long time, over a year. And then I started this comic book writing journey, and 2 more shows. Well, no, one more additional show a week with Polly over on the Latino Slant, which is today, this afternoon, immediately after this show. So don't miss that. This show will redirect you to that one. So don't worry. The link is there. So I had to make a change. I had to take a couple days off a week. So I know it's a little bit, we got to get over the weekend. We got to get used to, oh my God, Dani's back with her nerdy nonsense. It's okay. It's okay. But I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. We got a few things to talk about. We got a couple of headlines, and we're going to try to get through it all, because I have a crazy busy day. As I said, flying out. I'm leaving on a jet plane very, very early in the AM. So, let's start yelling good morning at everyone. You guys know it is my favorite part of the stream. Remember, members and super chats, they get their good mornings first, because this love here, it's transactional, and it's only fair that you should get what you pay for. Get what you pay for, okay? And then we'll have announcements. We'll go over some headlines, and we'll talk about Our topics today, we've got two topics. The first one is we're going to talk about the Buffy situation. You guys know I am a massive Buffy nerd. I would be lying if I didn't say it wasn't inspiration for me, and I put One Foot in Darkness and the comic that's adapted from that, The Old Legacy. So I have a lot of feelings, and we're going to talk about it. And then, of course, God bless Grant Morrison. I may not agree with a lot of Grant Morrison's politics, but I gotta admit, I love that he came to the defense of Green Lantern, and we are going to dive into that. Yes, we are. So, with no further ado, let's yell good morning at everyone. Members first, good morning, Lieutenant Mama Penny. Hello, my dear. Mama Penny's going to be... There's something stuck in my glasses. It's an eyelash. Well, that's where that went. Oh, is there more? I think there's more. Nope. That was it. Okay, well, you're going to have that on big jobs like this. Good morning, Mama Penny. Good morning. Mama Penny's going to get a surprise when I get back. From MEGACON. Good morning, Ensign DL. Good morning, Ensign DL. I think I'm going to have to send Ensign DL something too after I get back. I'm just saying. Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Good morning, my friend, my Red 5 brother. Let's see. Any other members? Listen, we are going to need more members. We should make a goal today. We need 5 new members. 5 new members before I leave for MEGACON. And that's tomorrow morning. 5 new members, guys. 5 new members. You can do it. The lowest membership is like $3 a month. You spend more than that at Starbucks every morning or Dunkin' Donuts. I know you do. You can spend $3 a month on your favorite YouTuber. Okay? You're here every day. Let's go. By the way, I want to say a really big thank you to my neighbor and my friend Katie, who said she wanted to do something really nice to celebrate me going to promote my first comic book. So she sent me to get my nails done. So I got my nails done in the theme of Veiled Legacy. So as you can see, this one, the ring finger has little blood drops on them. So thank you, Katie. I love you, girl. Thank you so much. That was really, really sweet. No one's done something quite like that. So that was really thoughtful. It was really nice. The only person that's done something like that, like close to that, is Mama Penny. So thank you to both of you. You can thank Mama Penny for my waistline and the audio sounding so nice. And also to one of my friends who actually bought this microphone that I think he'd be embarrassed if I said his name. All right. Do we have any other members in the chat? No. That's right, Carl. So why aren't you signed up yet? By the way, good morning, Carl. Why aren't you a member yet, Carl? Why aren't you a member yet? Sign up right there. Good morning. Good morning, Vin Breeden. I hope you guys had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. One of my absolute favorite holidays. I am virtually half Irish. I'm a Mexican. I'm Mexican and Irish. Basically, I'm like a Mexican Viking, but I'm practically like almost half Irish. So, yeah, it's one of my absolute favorite days. And the characters, the family, the Hogans, hello, Hogan, the Hogans in Veiled Legacy, Irish. Yeah. Good morning, Unfiltered. Grant Morrison also identifies as they, them. That's okay. Thank you for that. That's going to be a challenge for me. I'm going to do my best. Please show me some grace and patience. I appreciate that. Good morning, Carl. Yeah, I said good morning, Carl, but yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Waiting. 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 Good morning, Omari. I was not late. It was 10:30. It was absolutely 10:30. All right, guys. Let's get into some announcements. Shall we? Shall we? Let's turn some music down a little bit. Sorry, it's so fun. It's so jazzy. And it's gone. And it's gone. I do feel like I should have some kind of transition, though, for announcements. And when I get back, I'm definitely going to work on that. I'm going to work on like a little transition thing for announcements. So, anywho, of course, first and foremost, there is now a Kickstarter for Veiled Legacy that I have dropped in the chat and pinned it. It's down there for Veiled Legacy. So, let me see if I can make a QR code real quick through StreamYard. They let me do that. Hey. Oop. Let's see. Veiled Kick. Oop, it did it backwards. There's that. And then Veiled Kick. Okay, here we go. Here is the QR code for the Kickstarter. It's the one with the duck that just popped up. I think, is my finger pointing to it now? Okay. If you go to that QR code, it takes you to the link that's down below. And I've dropped that link in the chat. So we now have a Kickstarter as well. And that one has similar options for rewards with one big difference. There's a much larger, that one allowed for a much larger backer option and allows you to pay over time for that one. And with that one, you get all the options of the previous, just like with Fund My Comic, but you get 2 physical signed copies and one of them gets a variant cover, like a special edition. So there's that. Yay! Hooray! Where's all the cheering? Probably because I haven't played it yet. So there you have that. And also, there's still the Fund My Comic. Fund My Comic is still going. I'm going to leave that ticker running along the bottom. And I'll leave the QR code up for the Kickstarter as well. So we have 2 campaigns going on 2 different crowdfunding. And we also have the Patreon still going. If you want behind the scenes access to the entire creative process, you want to see all the rough sketches and the inks and, all the line drawings of everything before the finished product, go to Patreon. It is a subscription, a monthly subscription, but you get to see and hear everything before anyone else does. So there's that. And merch. Veiled Legacy merch. You heard. Veiled Legacy merch. You get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership exclusively. You cannot get it anywhere else. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. Only at the Patreon. So patreon.com/comicsan. There's that. I need a drink of water already. Okay. Okay. Also, today, after today's stream, I'll be over on the Latino Slant for our mid roast. Our mid roast, we do that every Wednesday at it's 1 p.m. my time, so 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 11 a.m. Pacific. I'm getting better with the time zones. Today's guest is Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge. I've never met him, but here's a little spicy. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. So we have him today on the mid roast. Also, I'm going to be at MEGACON for 2 days. So if you are in or around the Orlando area, come see me. I will be at booth 9514. It's the Ripaverse booth. I think Thursday at 10 a.m. is Nerdrotic and Yellow Flash and Drunk Baby. And then they're signing. And then Friday, Eric July and Critical Drinker are going to be there. Saturday is Chuck Dixon. And Zachary Levi is going to be at the Ripaverse booth too. You guys don't want to miss this. You really don't. And my Twinkie, my twin, Caro, she's going to be signing her comic, Dirty Deeds, on Sunday. So check that out. Did you hear Ripaverse is now doing prose being books, novels, not the pictures. She's going to be dropping her novel about how the Dirty Deeds team got together through Ripaverse. So very excited for that. But I'll be there Thursday and Friday, maybe a little bit Saturday morning. I'm not sure. I have to go. I have to go take care of my grandparents. So I'll be there Thursday and Friday all day. I'll be giving out goodies for Veiled Legacy, signing them if that's worth anything to you. I have a bunch of comics and stickers. I have some other goodies that I'm going to be giving out. So I'll be there. Come see me. Come say hello. Come say hi to the Ripaverse crew. And yeah, it's going to be a really good time. I will be back streaming on the 26th. That is our second episode of Plot Holes and Payoffs. Our special guest that week will be Bo DeMaio. Bo DeMaio is going to join us, and we are going to talk Sinners. We're very excited. Bo is very excited. I am very surprised. I've been trying to get him back on the show. Other people have been trying to get him on their shows. In fact, Chris Gore has been trying to get him on Film Threat, and I feel really bad because I passed along a message like, he's not ready right now. He's going through some stuff. And then Bo's like, hey, I'll come on Plot Holes and Payoffs. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But I've tried really hard to get him on, and he's coming back on the show, and it's going to be next week on the 26th. You really, really do not want to miss that episode. It's going to be amazing. Speaking of streaming, I will be streaming from the convention floor. I should have mentioned that before we moved on to next week. But I will be streaming from, I didn't blend my makeup well. Sorry about that. Looked like I was literally brown nosing. I will be streaming from the convention floor at MegaCon. Both days I am there. So hopefully we'll get a little bit from the Ripaverse crew and all that stuff. So I've set up the streams, so make sure you have your notifications turned on. I have it set for about 1:30-ish, 2:30. We'll see. I'm just gonna surprise you guys. I'm gonna go live when I go live. So we're gonna play that by ear. We're going to play that by ear because it's going to be a really, really crazy time. But again, I'll be back. I fly back very late on the 25th. I'll be back here going live on the 26th, and it'll be back to being business as usual. So, and then when I come back, I will be sending out some goodies to some very special subscribers who have helped this journey. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move on to some headlines, but first, let's check in with the chat. We're going to do some $2 hot takes today. Drop a $2 super chat, and I will give you a hot take on any of our anything. You can ask me anything. A $2 hot take on any subject. Keep it PC, okay? Don't be disgusting. And we want five new members today, guys. 5 new members. I believe in you, okay? You're paying way more for junk food, Starbucks, and crap every single day. You can spend $3 to $6 monthly on yours truly. You can do that. I work really hard for you guys. Yeah. And now I'm going halfway across the country to support, promote my comic book and try to get it funded. You can do this. You can do this, man. All right, let's check in with the chat. Let's see what's up, y'all. Let's see what's up. Buenos dias, Fernando. Happy to see ya. He says, very happy. One battle after another. One movie of the year. Sinners overrated. I haven't seen one battle after another, and I gotta say, I have zero desire to see it. They just have not made me want to see it. I can't even really say exactly what it is. I think I'm just kind of over Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe. I don't know, but nothing I have seen about that movie has made me want to see it. And I personally absolutely love Sinners. I love it. Maybe it's the vampires, but I love Sinners. Willie, good morning. Willie the Monkey King. Oh, Dani, where's my good morning? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was doing the thing. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Willie. Oh, Dani, where's my good morning? I didn't even call you Bizarro Randolph. I'm kidding. It's fine. I appreciate it. Thank you. Carl, so what did you think of the Spider-Man trailer that just dropped? We're going to talk about that in the headlines. Absolutely. Oh, Mari, I was hoping you'd say the guest was Tom King. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, Fernando. Hey, good morning, Cosmortal Comics. Cosmortal Comics. Good morning. I'm going to try and catch that DeMaio. He seems pretty cool. I have an interview with him. You should check that out if I haven't told you about it already, if you haven't already. And it's already set up. The stream with Bo is already set up, so set your reminders. What else we got here? New comics. All right. I loved the Dune 3 trailer. I know that there is some Zendaya fatigue. I know there's a lot of people who have taken a lot of issue with the changes to Chani's character, and I do struggle with that myself. I do. However, I do also realize that the Dune books are very heavy. There's a lot going on, and you could have easily turned those first 3 books into like 10 movies. Seriously. Chani was always Paul's biggest supporter, almost like he could do no wrong in her eyes. I mean, she would lay, and she pretty much did lay her life down for him and his legacy. But I hope, from what I've been told, what Villeneuve is attempting to do with the changes he's made to her character is use that to kind of demonstrate other things that were going on in the book. But a lot of people are really struggling with it. It like I said, I kind of am too. But my emotions aside with my attachment, because I'm a massive Dune fan. Don't get that twisted. Massive Dune fan. My emotions aside, my attachment to Dune, the movies have been really well done. Very, very good. I loved the trailer. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm probably that's going to be one I'm going to make Dave drive to, for us to go see in the movie theater. So Omari Zendaya's role in Dune 3 sets up her appearance in Brand New Day. Zendaya will return in Doomsday. All right, guys. We're not going to watch the Spider-Man trailer because I'm trying to avoid those things right now, and they got really nasty with me about Green Lantern. Lanterns, sorry. But we could probably pull up some pictures. Pull up some pictures. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's share a screen, shall we? Okay. So, Spider-Man Brand New Day dropped early. Like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like I had just gotten up, all that stuff, just gotten up, and it drops. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really, really good. So far, I have not suffered any disappointment from an MCU Spider-Man from any Spider-Man movie, really. I really enjoyed the trailer. I'll say this, it definitely trailers well. We have been fooled before. Okay? The Acolyte trailered really well. Like, let's not get that misinterpreted here. I'm going to take this QR code down for now. Well, no, I don't think I keep forgetting that it flips around. Anyway, you guys know how I feel about Mark Ruffalo. I cannot stand this dude. He is one of the most insufferable actors out there. I cannot stand him. I wish they would just go ahead and recast Hulk at this point. Like, please just be done with it. But it looks really good, and this is most definitely Jean Grey. That's Jean Grey. Seeing Scorpion back. There's a lot of action. It looks really sharp. Was that Rogue? It looks like Rogue from that 2000s cartoon, didn't it? It looks really sharp. It looks really clean. Lots of action. I'm into it, man. It's like a housewarming gift. Here's some flowers. Yeah, I think it looks really good. I'm looking forward to it. I may go see it with my son. That's been our thing since he was like 2. Good morning, Ensign Loki Jarson. I don't like Bernthal or Ruffalo. I'm not sold on this. My husband does not like John Bernthal either. He thinks he is a total douchebag. He thinks that he's starting to believe that he is like as tough as he portrays in things, you know? And he can't stand him for it. Like, he's just like, he forgets he's an actor. I can't stand it. I just can't. Carl Peachy, don't forget about how we got fooled by Thor 4 and Batman versus Superman. Can't stand Mark Ruffalo either. See what I mean? Things can trailer well. You can cut an amazing trailer out of a turd, but it's a really good trailer. It's a really good trailer. Willie the Monkey King. I'm a little apprehensive since they are taking from Spider-Man the other. I thought it was. Is this Spider-Man? Is he going to turn into Man Spider? Is that going to happen? Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS says, LOL, I like Marcus Hulk. I don't follow actors on social media, so I have never have care about their bad takes. Here's the thing. I don't follow him on social media either. In fact, I have muted the words Mark Ruffalo on social media, on Twitter. However, he keeps showing up in the news and stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, shut up. I don't need another mega wealthy, super famous celebrity sitting up in their ivory tower who is literally, in every definition of the word, the man, telling me how the man is out to get me and I need to vote the man out. Bitch, you are the man. Quit telling me how communism is the answer when you are the very definition of a capitalist pig. Shut up. I can't stand him. He's so not self-aware. That's why. I don't follow him on social media. I have him blocked literally everywhere. And he still finds his way through like planaria. Just, Cosmortal Comics. If you've ever seen John's interviews, the guy doesn't even take himself seriously. Yeah, he has a podcast, and my boyfriend was like, at first it was okay. And then he was like, he actually believes that he's this badass. And I just can't do it. Carl Peachy, Leguizamo is ruined the Odyssey. Is he in the Odyssey? Is he? He was in that show called The Power on Amazon Prime, and that is in my top five worst shows of all time. All time. It is an absolutely horrible show. He was in it, and he called everyone sexist if he didn't like it. It's just bad. It's just so bad. Cosmortal Comics, Mark is legitimately one of the most idiotic people on Earth and Earth 2. I can co-sign that. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Oh, this is great. Drink a little bit more protein shake. I'm sorry, my nose is so stuffy this morning. The weather in Missouri has been ridiculous. It snowed this week. 2 days later, it was like 65 degrees. My sinuses, they're not okay. They're not okay. I'm ready for Florida. I'm ready for Florida. But I'm not ready for people to see me in lighting that I can't control. All right, guys, what's another headline? Let's see. Oh, Bob Iger is gone. Well, I mean, he's on as a consultant. This is something we talked about. Bob Iger has stepped down as Disney CEO, but he's still a consultant. And what's killing me is that they're all just like kissing his ass. Like everyone, all these major trades are just straight up kissing his ass. The glazing is just phenomenal about what an amazing CEO he was. Literally all he did was buy IPs and mutilate them beyond recognition. That's what Bob Iger did. That's what he did. So he's still there. He still has his office. He's just a consultant until like what, the end of the year? I think that's what it is. Until the end of the year. And he's getting like a bunch of money too. Not as much, I don't think, not as much as David Zaslav is getting. He's getting like $1 billion, like $837 million for the Warner Brothers Paramount Skydance merger. Listen, guys, if you are OG, like comics and cosmetics people, if you've been here since comics and cosmetics, then you know you were here when Zaslav bought Warner Brothers. I said, listen, he's a real estate guy. Real estate guy. Okay. He's going to buy this, increase value, and flip it. I give it 2 to 3 years tops. 3 years tops. He's going to flip it. That's what he's going to do. It's been 3 years. Where's my clout? I want my clout. I won't get it though. It's fine. All right, guys. So that'll do it for Oh, Carl, you got a question? Do you think Disney will change and go back to just making great movies or stay the same? Disney was great in the 90s and early 2000s. They were phenomenal when Walt was alive. Now they just suck. No, I don't think anything's going to change. Nope. Like I said, Iger's not really going anywhere. I think he's just staying on as a consultant. So this is going to be just a different coat of paint. Same stuff, different day. So unfortunately, I wish it were. All right, guys, let's move on to our secondary topic. My gosh, I am so tired of this weather. I'm ready for sea air. I'm ready for sea air. Hey, good morning, Slayeth. Good morning, my friend. What's up, buddy? All right, guys. So, good Lord. Buffy, man. Buffy. What a ride this has been. I'm going to try and find all of it. Here we go. What a ride this has been. Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar. So, as you all know, there was a sequel series, a revival in the process over at Hulu. Sarah Michelle Gellar was attached. She was reprising her role. Ryan Kira Armstrong was the new Slayer. We've been working on this for a year, basically a year or more, the couple years from what she was telling us. And Sarah Michelle Gellar was all on board with it. Chloe Zhao, who directed Eternals and, Hamnet, she was, attached. We saw a couple of screenshots for it. Some of the old crew were going to pop in. There was a lot of excitement, but a lot of what's up? Hey, good morning, Commander Doc Brown. Hello, sir. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. So then it just kept stretching out. So then Saturday, Sarah Michelle Gellar takes to Instagram. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Here it is. Sarah Michelle Gellar takes to Instagram and lets the world know we're done. A $5 super chat from Omari. There's your clapped. Should Buffy have gone the animated route like Firefly? She already did. They did that. It didn't work out. Should they have tried again? No. They should have done a live action, but I think it should have happened at least 10 years ago. I think they missed the window. They missed the window. Thank you very much for your $5 super chat, Omari. Would you like a clip? And which clip would you like? Sir, please tell me in the chat below. Remember, for at least $2, I will give you a hot take. We need 5 new members. 5 new members by the end of the stream. Surprise you? All right. I like surprising. I like surprising myself.
Howard said that Lester's Arconia paperwork got uploaded into the robot. So basically, we just have to get our hands on it. That was the robot, wasn't it?
It cracks me up every time. Oh, no. All right. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Omar. I appreciate that very, very much. Very much. All right. So here is Sarah on her Instagram.
So I am really sad to have to share this, but I wanted you all to hear it from me. Unfortunately, Hulu has decided not to move forward with Buffy New Sunnydale. I want to thank Chloe Zhao because I never thought I would find myself back in Buffy's stylish yet affordable boots. And thanks to Chloe, I was reminded how much I love her and how much she means not only to me, but to all of you. And this doesn't change any of that. And I promise, if the apocalypse actually comes, you could still beat me.
I think she looks genuinely upset. I think she looks genuinely sad that this has happened. Truly. She looks very upset about it. Now, people put out an article immediately after. And in this article, she stated that we had an executive on our show who was not only not a fan, who was only, hold on. Okay. We had an executive on our show who was not only not a fan of the original, but was proud to constantly remind us that he had never seen the entirety of the series and how it just wasn't for him. That was very hard when you're taking a property that is beloved as Buffy, not just to the world, but to me and Chloe. So that tells you the uphill battle we had been fighting since day one. When your executive is literally proud to tell you he didn't watch it. And she also said that everyone saw this coming. That was from Sarah. Sarah herself said that in People magazine. But then you have Chloe Zhao said, this, our priority for Sarah and for us has always been to be truthful to the show, to be truthful to our fans. So things happen for reasons. And we keep our hearts open and we welcome the mystery and what this might lead to us. She added she was not surprised about it getting axed after the pilot was filmed. So Sarah's saying she didn't see it coming. Chloe's saying she did. They had an executive who hated it, who hated the IP. Okay. Sarah looks very upset about the whole situation. She's been cryptic about it since the get-go. Oh, yay. That's a piece of strawberry. Hooray for me. And now, a dramatic reading from the final page of the script from the pilot of Buffy New Sunnydale, courtesy of friend of the channel, Robert Meyer Burnett. Exterior, New York City streets, day. Also, if you were a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, brace yourselves. This is going to piss you off. Like, massively. A beautiful autumn day. Big let the river run vibes as sharply dressed workers all pour into Midtown. We track a woman in a pantsuit from behind as she makes her way across into a massive building housing insurance company headquarters. Interior, multinational insurance company continues. The woman swipes her ID badge and sweeps into a crowded elevator. Just as she turns and we think we'll see her face, the elevator doors shut. Interior multinational company cubicle farm, day. Follow as the woman makes her way to the cubicle, stows her tasteful work bag, sips her coffee, wakes her computer. Janet, off screen. And you headed in. Don't want to be late for the morning meeting. Anne turns around. It's Buffy Summers. Buffy smiles, wry but genuine. Nope. Wouldn't want that. She looks smart, professional, happy to be one of the many in a field of cubicles. The new nameplate on her cubicle says Anne Summers, an alias she's used before. She grabs her notes and heads off with the others in her department. Stay on her computer as a curated alert pops up in the corner of her computer screen. Insurance claim, bunch of numbers. Property destruction, then another alert. Death in workplace and possible death liability, earthquake damage, etc. The alert pop up on and on and on, and all from one town, Sunnydale, California. Buffy, Anne, is unaware as she piles into a conference room as a crunchingly boring PowerPoint begins. Crushingly boring PowerPoint begins. She sits and zones out like everyone else. Off Buffy, far from the Slayer we once knew her to be. And see. What the shit is that? What is that? When last we left Buffy, and this includes the finale of Buffy, Angel season 5, and the comic books, Buffy was in Europe living her best life as the general of the Slayer army. What the fuck is she doing in New York using her middle name that she gave away, mind you, in season 3? She ran, okay. The end of season 2, she ran away to LA. Right? She goes back home and she gives her name, basically gives her alias, her name to this girl and says, "You can be Anne. Anne, I don't need it anymore." That's what she said. She was comfortable being who she was. She was okay with who she was. This takes away that character development completely. So then after Sunnydale's destroyed, the Hellmouth's destroyed, she goes to Rome. She goes to Europe. She gathers all the new Slayers. She creates an army. She trains them. She cares for them. She becomes basically a mother to all of these young women and teaches them, trains them. That becomes her life. And she's joyful about it. She's happy. She's fulfilled. This makes zero sense whatsoever. Zilch, nada, nothing. It's lame. It's stupid. What would she be doing in New York? It doesn't make any sense. Yes, that's right, DL. She was a waitress in a coffee shop. Yes, this is absolutely awful. Destroy a beloved IP, says Carl Peachy, and insert political ideology for that destruction. Destroy the beloved characters and turn them into something they never were, like Star Wars, Trek, Rings of Power, and Doctor Who. It's awful. So, as probably the biggest Buffy fan in existence, and I can say that with all confidence, I can practically quote the entire series. I've seen it more times than I can count. I've read Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Philosophy. For my first wedding anniversary of my first marriage, my ex-husband got me Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 1 on DVD. Every anniversary, he'd get me those DVDs, those seasons on DVD. I remember where I was and what I was doing when Buffy first aired vividly. World's biggest Buffy fan. I am grateful this didn't happen. Grateful. This would have destroyed that. It would have destroyed it. Buffy ended perfectly. And if you were going to bring it back, the time would have been 10, 15 years ago. They did an animated series. It didn't do well. I think it was on MTV. This is garbage. And I think ZHAO and Sarah Michelle Gellar both know it. I mean, look at Sarah Michelle Gellar's face when she was saying, "Yeah, I'm sorry. No, we're not doing it." This guy hated it. They both did say, and Hulu and Disney, because Disney owns it now. Remember, they did say there's still hope. There could be another incarnation. So there's that. But listen, call me. I'm available. Let me write it. I'll do a lot better than you assholes. This is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. I could come up with at least 3, maybe 5 better ideas off the top of my head than her working as an insurance agent. Are you out of your damn minds? Whedon was amazing at dialogue, but he was abusive to his cast and crew. But you know who else was really good at dialogue and worked right alongside him and learned it perfectly? You know, Whedon wasn't always doing the writing. He only, like, towards like the first couple of seasons, he did a lot of writing. After that, he didn't do a lot of writing. You know who did? Tim Minear, Jane S. Benson, David Greenwalt, David Fury. Who else? I know all these names. Those people. And they are still working in Hollywood right now on a lot of shit. You get those people involved. They know Joss's technique. They know his dialogue. Get those people involved and you wouldn't have a problem. I guarantee you. Ensign Loki, I've never seen a second of Buffy, so expect this again when the Firefly cartoon happens. Again, that was Tim Minear's baby. Joss created it based on a series of books, but Tim Minear did most of the writing on it. Test me. Tim Minear is an amazing writer. And so is David Greenwalt, David Fury, and Jane S. Benson. Amazing. They wrote some of my favorite episodes. I'm telling you. Buffy has books that could easily be adapted. Exactly. And fans that are writers that would be happy to help. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm glad this has happened. I'm just saying. We dodged a bullet, y'all. We dodged a bullet. It's over for now. They're going to try to do it again, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Really wouldn't. Now for our main topic, and I saved this for a reason. I want one of my characters to have something like that. So, Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison has told us how he really feels about the Lanterns show, about Damon Lindelof. How about that? On his Substack. It says lunatics of the radical middle. This is going to be interesting. I haven't read his Substack yet, but he doesn't hold back frequently. So, hey, good morning, Andrew. Morrison didn't exactly pull his punches. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm excited for that. I'm going to see you tomorrow. If anyone wants to chip in for my trip to Orlando, you can do so at the QR code with the coffee cup. I think, is it this one? Am I pointing to the coffee cup? Okay. I need water. I'm going to do my absolute best not to slip into a terrible Scottish accent while reading this. Okay, I'm going to do my best. This is what Grant Morrison had to say. Now, remember, this is in regards to Damon Lindelof making comments about we left the green out because it was stupid. And he has defended it by saying, well, it was a comedy podcast. Whatever. Nobody laughed. Lunatics of the radical middle. Planet Shambles continues its tipsy, traumatized stumble through the cosmos. Despots calling the kettle black, right, left, and center. Will Mother Earth sober up in time? Oh, how the ugly sisters, Mars and Venus, must be laughing. My Green Lantern stories with Liam Sharp ended with the whole universe facing ultra war, the final war of everything against everything else. Conflict spreads for the stars to the streets, world versus world, empire versus empire, state versus state, total fragmentation. Then neighbor against neighbor, molecule versus molecule, atom versus atom, until there is destroys all there is destroys itself. Creation reduced to ash. Not even the raw building blocks of matter remaining. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, puts a stop to all that with the winning combination of love and will. TV writer producer Damon Lindelof's comments notwithstanding, the green in Green Lanterns, green is not stupid. Why does a writer attach himself to this kind of narrative if he thinks it's fundamentally stupid? You don't hand CSI scripts to patronizing writers who condemn forensics experts and their haircuts as stupid. So why hire people who are ashamed and in denial about the comic book material they've been assigned to develop? Why don't they turn down jobs they're not suited for? It's not like he needs the money, and Lindelof has proven that he can come up with his own ideas. What is this jockish dismal of superhero conventions intended to prove anyway? Does Lindelof imagine to make himself seem less nerdy? It's a bit too late for that, so what's this all about? The only people who give a fuck about the Lanterns TV series are Green Lanterns fans. Why alienate them at the start? That feels more stupid. Green Lanterns is much more evocative and dramatic of a title than Lanterns, just as Raise the Red Lantern is a better movie title than Raise the Lantern. And anyone who can't grasp that shouldn't be anywhere near superhero stories. The show might even be good, but how much better could this stuff be if studios were willing to hire the right people for the job instead of phoning their embarrassed friends to water the source material down? Hollywood will die of insularity and inbreeding. God bless this person. I haven't seen either film yet, but jumping immediately to conclusions based on a few images and scraps of information to the latest 28 Things Later movies looks like they've nicked an awful lot from Alan Moore's Crossed Plus 100 series. I'm sorry. There was a central plot thread in that story about a serial killer who civilizes the feral humans, and the whole bone temple aesthetic shows up in the emerging culture of the crossed. Another documentary about the manosphere, this time from Louis Theroux. Why the ongoing fascination with undeveloped and damaged personalities? Why not ignore them in favor of decent men with something to say? Why the endless desire to platform psychopaths and incels? What's with the attempt to understand something that's easily understood as immature ignorance? Haven't we heard everything they've got to say? And wasn't it witless drivel the first, second, and third times? Why the continued need to give these dodgy, malformed ideas a massive platform and make messed up men famous? It's all about the why this week. Why? More why. It's a question I can't answer. And no wonder. This is so deadly a query, it could be relied on to cause old school computers to overheat and pump out smoke and sparks before melting and repeating why. You get your little butt over here, dog. Don't you knock things over. I will. Nevertheless, why is a weapon I'm keeping on reserve for when ChatGPT turns homicidal and Skynet develops self-awareness only to become obsessed about its weight. This week, I've been watching online thalassophobia clips of giant waves crashing over cruise ships and container vessels repeatedly. I don't suffer from a fear of the ocean, but the sight of waves the size of hills flinging 320,000-ton tankers around like poo sticks deliver a reliable Kirby-esque hit of Titanic sublime. I've been listening on repeat David Bowie's Little Wonder and the remake of his 1965 song You've Got a Habit of Leavin' that he did in 2002 for the Toy album. And I like what the Beatles, Beach Boys, Ruddles pastiche the Lemon Twigs have done in dark times. I'm happy to dive back into the mercy and riverine sounds of my infancy. And my latest conversation with Doug Rushkoff and his Team Human podcast can be found here. So I guess he just ended up on what else I'm doing this week. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. These people should be mortified. They should be embarrassed to exist. Olive, I'm a little annoyed with you right now. That is painful. Yes, I know. Mama's trying to work. Oh, yes, this is Olive. This is my daughter's puppy. I know she looks just like Scooby-Doo, and she's kind of, she doesn't learn well. Listen, Grant Morrison is 1,000% correct. If you are not right for this job, you need to say no. And the only people who really do care about this show are Green Lantern fans. And if you can't understand that, then you are not right for this job and you should say no. Well, the response from Damon Lindelof was this on his Instagram. Yeah, you lay there. He posted a picture of himself at a Lost panel a few years ago in a Green Lantern shirt. You could buy those at Walmart. My ex-husband had one. He didn't know anything about Green Lantern. I'm just saying. He said, I have upset Grant Morrison, which means I have now pissed off most of the brilliant British Scottish comic writers that I grew up idolizing. That's what you took away from that? That's what you're upset about? That you've upset Grant Morrison and British Scottish comic writers. Not that he was right about you. Not that you've upset fans. Not that you've upset everyone who likes Green Lantern that he's absolutely correct that you don't know what the fuck you're doing and that you're deconstructing these characters and ruining it, but you're sad that you've upset this subsect of comic writers, this race of comic writers. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. To quote the bard Otis Redding, this is nobody's fault but mine. I made a dumb joke on a comedy podcast. I'm not going to bob and weave about the context. The joke was dumb. The fandom is not. I owe them an explanation and a genuine reflection of my actual feelings. The very first time I appeared on Comic-Con panel for The Lost Pilot back in summer 2004, I wore my favorite t-shirt as I had long grown out of my favorite underoos, those being the uniform of Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Sector 2814. For a quiet, uncoordinated kid, there was nothing cooler than a hero whose superpower was his imagination. And green is not stupid. It's my lifelong favorite color. And I have a questionnaire that I filled out in 3rd grade to prove it. Green is fucking awesome. More importantly, it would be a betrayal to everyone I worked for and alongside to say anything other than I was absolutely honored to be a part of the team that manifested the incredible construct that is Lanterns, because it was. I was sloppy and careless with my words, ironic considering I care so much about Hal, John, and the entire Corps. I can and will do better to be worthy of an oath. Until then, I'll let the show speak for itself, and I can't wait for you all to hear what it has to say. I don't care. I don't believe you. You're full of shit, and you took the wrong lesson from this. The wrong takeaway, you jackass. We're not mad that you said it. We're sad. We're mad that you meant it. You meant it. We're mad what you did to the characters, dude. We're mad what you wrote. We're mad that the uniforms are brown. We're mad that there's no constructs. We're mad that there's no green. We're mad that these characters are not the characters you are claiming in this Instagram post to love since 3rd grade. You're proving it with a picture from 22 years ago. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. And you're only saying this because Grant Morrison dressed you down. If Grant Morrison hadn't stood up for the fandom and for Green Lantern, you wouldn't have said shit. You wouldn't have been embarrassed. You wouldn't have felt humbled. You would have just kept going about your business. Grant Morrison is not just annoyed that you said gay is stupid on a comedy podcast. He's upset that he knows for a fact you are not the person for this job. And some asshole over at freaking Warner Brothers, probably James Gunn, keeps calling people who hates these IPs to make things that other people love. He asked the question, why are we doing this? Why are we not involving people who love these things to make them with passion and love and talent. Why are we doing that? If you make something and you're miserable the whole time and you put zero effort into it, it shows. And that's any kind of art form, anything you make. It's engineering, carpentry, sculpting, cooking, writing, especially music. If you don't want to do it, that comes through. It comes through. We can tell. Peacemaker season 2. James Gunn didn't want to write it. We could tell. There's no passion there. Absolutely no passion. I will give you a little personal example. Working on a script. Sent it to my editor. She said, I love the way you write character B. Character B, you can tell you love this character. You write this character with so much passion. But you're not writing character A, your main character, with the same amount of passion. It's not coming through. Like everyone's going, the eye is going directly to character B because of, you can tell how much you are invested in and enjoy writing character B. I was like, I know, I'm sorry, Caro. I'll try, I'll do better. See? Most of the shows and movies that have been coming out in the last 10 years are forgettable because of this problem. Damon Lindelof doesn't give two shits. He's a nerd, but he's not one of us. He's a wannabe. He's a pretend nerd. He's a plant. He should not be writing this show. Listen, Lost was great. It kind of gives me anxiety when I watch it. I don't know why. But Lost was great. He wanted to make True Detective. He couldn't make True Detective. So they told him, here, you can make Lanterns. He's like, but can I make a True Detective? They're like, whatever, go nuts. We don't care. The only reason why he's saying anything is because Grant Morrison dressed him down. He doesn't care. And then when this show comes out, we're all going to see it. We're all going to see. Oh, yeah, you love these characters so much. Then why did you change them into different characters? It's like Grant Morrison said, Damon Lindelof is completely capable of creating original things. Go make original things. You are clearly not capable of adapting someone else's original thing. That is a responsibility. That is someone else's brain baby that you are taking care of. Not just someone else's brain baby, but it's something that billions of other people have developed an attachment to. They're familiar with that character. They've become familiar with that character over decades. Like, Neil Adams' family, how do you think they feel about what he's doing to Jon Stewart? I should ask Josh. Man. What do you guys think? Let's check in with the chat. What a shit show, huh? Check in with the chat. Remember, we need 5 new members, guys. 5 new members. I don't see 1 new member. You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry. Is that what you want? You want me to cry? Is that what we're doing today? Making Dani cry day? I didn't realize it. I didn't bring tissues. Carl Peachy says Robert Meyer Burnett should pay Nerdrotics $500 now. Robert and I love him to death. We're on two different sides of this. We are on two totally different sides of this. You became a member on Friday? How come I don't see your... I do not see your icon. Are you sure? I don't see a member icon. Super smart. Talk to him. Carl PG, this post just further proves the show is going to suck. Hell, the animated project, like First Flight, was better than Justice League cartoon. Super smart. I heard recently from someone that works in money stuff. He's making poor quality stuff, gets money from DEI, and I've been thinking for a while, Bruce Timm products, there's no way he wasn't aware. Carl PG, DCU died after Peacemaker. I think you're right. This is further proves Gunn isn't serious with the DCU. I think he's done. I think he's done. I've been saying that for a while. Samar, how trash it is. 90s animation series Justice League. Yeah. Omari, Damon Lindelof just flagged this stream. Probably. Carl, the DCU should have had Batman in the second project. They should have. And Wonder Woman. Oh, you'll become a member Friday. Okay. Got you. I will, I'm going to be streaming from MegaCon. So do it then. You know what? Sometimes I am. You know, it's not every day, but sometimes I am. But if you guys have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Grant Morrison writing an entire blog about Damon Lindelof, leave it in the chat below. If you have any questions, comments, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about any of our topics or headlines today, leave it in the chat below. We're wrapping things up. I've got to do mid-roast with the Latino slant here soon. I got to take a little break, get a few things done. I got that stream with Latino slant, and then I got to finish packing and go to bed because I got to get up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning because I'm going to Orlando. I'm going to MEGACON. Whoop, whoop. I'm so excited. So just to remind you, it's 2 days of MEGACON. 2 days. And then I will be at my grandparents' house helping them with some things, taking care of the rents for a little bit. They're pretty much the people that raised me. So, oh, thank you so much. Well, don't call me an inspiration. I don't know if I'm an inspiration. You do you, boo-boo. You do it. Listen, let me tell you something from personal experience. Okay? I'm going to rest a second. Every morning I wake up, my back is killing me. And we have a new bed. Well, let me clear that up. My husband has a new bed. Have I told you guys that story? My sister-in-law bought my husband a new king-size bed for Christmas. She was very clear about that. It wasn't for me, not for us. It was for my husband. And so I joke all the time, like, I sleep on the couch now. But it's one of those memory foam really nice king size beds, but for some reason, like every morning I wake up now, my back is freaking killing me. But anyway, let me tell you something. I don't care what as long as the thing that makes you happy isn't hurting someone else or hurting you, okay? Do what makes you happy. And it'll work out. I promise you. Trust me. Trust me on this one. And I usually don't like saying trust me because trust is earned, not given. But if you do the thing that fulfills you and makes you happy, everything will work out. The best advice I've ever heard actually came from Ernest Hemingway. He said, find the thing that you would do for free and then charge for it. Find the thing that you were going to be quiet. You got yourself in here. Now you're going to wait. Find the thing that makes you happy and do it. What makes me happy? The YouTube channel. YouTube makes me happy. Writing makes me extremely happy and fulfilled. I love writing so much. So I promise you, writing. Okay, she got out of here without knocking things over. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Carl Peachy, are you going to give the Lantern Show a shot after this? Well, it's my job. I watch things and I review them. So we'll see. He says, after this, I'm going to continue my binge of The Next Generation Season 4. Yes. I love The Next Generation. But that's all I got, nerds, for today. I will be seeing you on the mid-roast in about an hour. You'll be redirected after this. And then I will see you tomorrow afternoon from MEGACON, from the convention floor. So until then, nerds, stay safe. Support indie comics, okay? That's important. That's important. Remember, support indie comics. It's right there. All the links are in the description below, okay? If you want an official Comics and Cosmetics mug, it's right there. All of this is in the description below. So there's the official Comics and Cosmetics mug, the Kickstarter for Veiled Legacy, the Fund My Comic. Okay. You can Cash App to chip in for the channel. You could go to Buy Me a Coffee, which is there. Okay. Those are great ways to help chip in. There's also the Patreon for the comic book. It's patreon.com/comics and 4 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. All the behind the scenes goodies about Veiled Legacy, as well as merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership. So go check that out. There's also some affiliate links and the official comics and merch store over at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. That's where you can find that official comics and mug, as well as a lot of other really cool stuff that I have designed. T-shirts, tumblers, koozies. There's all kinds of stuff over at the merch store. Go check that out. But all the Veiled Legacy merch, that is only on the Patreon. So don't forget that. What else do we have here? I think that's all. Everything we just talked about can be found on my website at comics-and.com. Go check that out. Information about the channel, the comic book, a little bit about myself, as well as a portfolio of my special effects looks, some of my reviews, and upcoming events and all that stuff. So that's right there. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of your Red 5 family of podcasts. All right, guys. All right. You guys have an amazing day. I'll see you later. Support indie comics and keep your eyes peeled. I almost ripped off my glasses.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!